gonna get what I got. They ain't gonna get anything more or less than what I got.
Clarence.
A winery. The day before the wedding, we're gonna do a wine tasting and shit out near the venue and stuff like that.
Is it like LaBelle Winery or which one?
Nah, not LaBelle.
It's the one that's on the recommended places to go.
Yeah.
On the on the website and stuff. They recommended a winery, so we're gonna check that out the day before. So hopefully we can we might record it and make some content out of it or something. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing my camera. Not to take pictures at the wedding. I'm bringing my camera for only outside of wedding activities.
Yeah,
I ain't
you
getting
can't
paid
be
for
recording the wedding shit. Yeah, they got professionals
I ain't getting paid for that.
You
won't pay me,
Edgar.
huh?
I just want to say this. Shout out to Edgar, Amelia. Looking forward to a nice wedding, October.
Big shout out to Edgar.
It's going to be a big shout out. Team Jet, original member, right?
Yes.
Team Jet, like the cat.
I'm looking forward to the tequila. Very much so.
Yes.
Very much so. You know what I'm saying?
Pay yourself for that.
You feel me?
We're gonna be fighting. That's what
I don't know what I'm gonna be doing.
Tequila make
I'm
you
a
fight.
lover off the tequila.
It's outside.
Make me love too.
My wife
make me love too. But
you know what tequila reminds me of though? Tequila reminds me of that time back in college when I don't know if the football team did that tequila Olympics.
Oh
yeah,
legendary moment that I was the most there for.
Yeah.
The tequila.
That
challenge.
was
the tequila challenge.
A lot of people didn't survive that night.
We witnessed the aftermath of the tequila challenge.
Yeah, we witnessed the aftermath. We wasn't
Once
there for that
again,
shit.
Shout out to Eddie Matavu. I'm gonna say your whole name. Nigga was looking like Tyrone Biggums after the tequila challenge. I'd never seen a nigga
that was
so dry in my life.
One ashy nigga.
That was crazy. But shout out to you, my dog. But the fact that he survived it was nuts because there was a lot of people. Oh man, folk was passed out.
I thought people gonna die for real.
People were transported.
People went to the hospital. People went to the hospital.
It was scary hours.
Terrifying. That shit was
it didn't take long either.
That shit looked like a fucking murder scene.
It didn't take long.
It looked like a murder scene. It looked like people were being murdered. It was a crime scene. We walked in. There was fucking blood on the walls. Fucking there was a dog running around. It was a nightmare. I saw a chicken.
It was
crazy.
There was a dog.
It was the craziest party I've ever seen in my life. Toilet paper everywhere. It was disgusting. Baby wipes on the ground. Throw up. It was the grossest thing I ever experienced in my life. I don't even know why we're talking about this. It was a nightmare.
I don't know. That's what Bob is.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast. Man, I am your host Tyler, here with my co-host Jay. And shout out to Khadija. She will not be with us this week, even though there's a storm in Houston. So
weather crazy.
The electricity issue. But we have a special guest with us today.
Yes.
The irony about this, I went to church for the first time in 2 years on Sunday. And then my good brother, have my good brother Donald Stokes on the podcast. A brother that we back in college, we always had our little, Christianly jokes running around. We got this long running low key rivalry between our churches, and it's quite funny. It's quite funny.
On the show before.
It is.
Yes, he has been on the show before. This Donald's your second time, man. Do you feel more prepared? I know we it's kind of a different format nowadays than what it used to be. But how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I mean, I just like to see how the show overall progressed. Like in the last, is this second year?
Yeah.
Second year, right? Right?
Yeah, we coming up with 100 episodes, man.
Yeah.
It's been a lot. It's been a minute.
This
is great, man. So I'm excited to be back, and I like the hoodies and everything like that, the merch. So it's been great being on the show and seeing what y'all been doing. So keep it up, brothers. That's good,
man. Hey, thank you for being a supporter.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Big facts.
Donald is our number one listener, or our number two listener after your father.
Yeah, shout out to my pops. Matter of fact, Jay, my pops texted me on Friday, was like, "Where my show? Where my show at?" I was like, "It's taking a while to upload today." He was like, "I came downstairs on YouTube looking for my show, and it wasn't there."
I love to hear it. Yeah, I had a rough
Oh
week.
man,
I had a rough week.
what
Can't
happened,
really
man?
talk about it. Can't really talk about it. But I had a rough week. It was just it was just one of them weeks, where you just have no time to do nothing. It was horrible. It's just one of them weeks. I can't get into it, but it's just one of them weeks.
I feel you. I feel you. Well,
Man.
Donald, man, what you been up to, man? Anything, what's going on in your life?
In my life, nothing big. Working hard. Got a couple of weddings. A lot of people and my friends and everything like that. They all get married.
Donald,
So
what are you talking about? You ain't got nothing big in your life. You got a whole ass woman now, my brother. My man's
all
white.
right,
Whoa. That's
yes.
fair, but we're gonna work our way there. We're gonna work our way there. You can't
Man,
just.
that's some big news, bro. The man's happy
That's
in a
big.
relationship.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
That's
I'm
fair.
happy. That's all right. Thanks, Dave. Put me on the spot.
That's not putting you on the
I'm in a
spot, my
relationship.
brother.
I'm happy.
That's
It's been
awesome.
great. Like things just been good. It's been good. Come up here this year. But nah, I just saying like it's been good vibes all around. Like it's been a
I'm
good
happy
summer
to
so
hear it.
far, and I'm just like looking for more good moments. It's like the first year I actually get to like hang out with my friends a lot more than I used to. I don't know because of the pandemic or what, but like just seeing people a lot more often this year than I did last year. So it's good.
I'm happy
That's
to hear
good to
that.
hear, man. So you say you got a couple weddings. So you're in two in the next like 3 months, 3 or 4 months,
Yeah,
something.
one's coming up next week. My college roommate, shout out to Dave and Eva, getting married. And then like the other ones with Edgar and Amelia, they get married October. So it's just all back to back. The love is in the air, so it's a joyous occasion. Let's put it that. It's a joyous
Hey
occasion
man,
to be it.
don't get hit by that bug, bro. Don't get hit by that bug, bro. When you start going to
A marriage bug?
weddings, folk be like, dang, maybe I should make this. I should get down on my knee. You feel me? But I ain't.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying,
No, that be happening.
let's
That be
stop.
happening.
Let's
You be
stop.
going to a wedding, you be like, oh, I
bro?
would just be feeling the love. You be feeling the love. You be want to get married right after.
Bro, Donald, let me tell you, man. After
I
I
feel the
got
love as in the
married,
party. That's it. In the party and everything like that. The love of seeing friends get married. It's like the party vibe, and we celebrate. I don't know, you know. That's it. Go
yo,
ahead, Tyler.
after my wedding, me and my wife personally feel responsible for like two other people getting married after that. So like after my wedding, my brother-in-law was like, man, let me go ahead and finally settle down. You know what I'm saying? My brother-in-law went ahead and put a ring on his shorty, and then my wife's cousin went ahead and put a ring on his shorty. And I was like, yo, that show happened quick, huh? Y'all wasn't even rocking with each other before.
Shoot, I found out the week after your wedding you could put a ring on layaway, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, you look, James started getting
I
ready.
didn't know. I was already getting ready, but I didn't know you could put it on layaway. I was like, I'm gonna go put this on down. You can put this on layaway. I was like, word. I was
Hey,
like, oh,
Hey, look, wedding.
I don't have to save for a price I do not know.
yeah, that wedding curse, that wedding effect be real. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man, they be getting you.
To me, it's all about making sure you're ready. Like, it's not a joke. It's a commitment, a big
Oh
commitment.
yeah,
That's all
for
I care
sure.
That's a
about.
fact.
Like,
That's a
Well,
fact.
well,
you
when
know,
would you know? When would you know you ready, Donald?
I think it's just like,
Yeah.
I think it's like, you just feel it. Like, I don't know. Like, I know, first of all, you gotta do some more personal reflection and development, right? Making sure you're like set. But like, I think it's like a feeling. Once you're like set and everything like that, you feel like the mood and the love is mutual and everything like that. And then you get down on one knee and
Yeah.
you propose. But like, I just don't think you should rush just because everybody else is doing it. I don't think you should just rush. I think you should just make sure you're in the right place to do it, because then that's how people end up in divorce.
Yeah. You don't want to be divorced.
That's a big
Yep.
That
fact.
just sounds like a headache. Divorce just sounds
So,
like a headache that I don't want to have.
plus, like a lot of people always
Yeah.
tell me, like the wedding really isn't for the couple. It's always for like everybody else, right? Like it's never as we all know, when you put on those parties, you put the whole thing on. It's never really for the couple. It's always for everybody else. Like y'all
Yeah.
good, y'all in love, y'all got married, y'all made the commitment. Now we just doing it in front of
That-
everybody of our friends and family. So
That's why I'm
like
having a destination.
it's just like so you gotta make
That,
sure y'all good.
that's why I'm
That's what
leaving
I
the
feel.
country. That's why I'm leaving the country. I'm having a destination wedding just for that.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Um.
noise.
Hey Donald, I respect what you're saying, man. But just I'm gonna tell you this, man, and this is me giving advice to nobody who asked, but just be ready for the pressure. You know what I'm saying? If you could withstand
Mm-hmm.
the pressure, then you solid. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If you could withstand the when's it all turn, when am I gonna get the ring? If you could fight off that storm, and
you're
then
good.
like when you ready, do it, then
Exactly.
you ready. You feel me? If you feel like you gotta do it because of the pressure, that's a you know you probably need to hold off a little bit. You feel me? But
Yeah.
I'm sure you be straight. I'm sure you be straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Yeah,
all
no.
my niggas going through that
I'll
right
They
now.
gon'
consult you before
they
Tyler.
gon'
I'll consult
they
you before Tyler.
they
I will
they
consult with
always
you.
gonna see someone else get proposed to and be like, "Where's my ring at?
Oh yeah. Oh
When
yeah.
when is it? When are you gonna propose?" You
How'd you
add a
handle
week.
that, Jake?
Every time you hear that, you add a week.
Woo! Life tip right
Wow.
there. Every time you hear the question, just add a week
Yeah,
to
just
the
add a
wait.
week. Just
That's
add a week.
hilarious.
Just add a week. Cause
Make it a
let me
month.
ask all them goddamn questions.
Let them sweat. Make it a month.
Make it a
which,
month.
which
A
one of
month.
you niggas is gonna add years to that shit? I know there's some petty niggas out there in the
That's some
world.
petty shit.
Oh my goodness, that's some petty shit, man. That's funny. That's some funny shit. So look, man, what we got
The docket
on the
today.
docket today? Can we first off real quick hip hop announcement, man. Shout out to Rod Wave dropping this Friday, I believe. Looking
Oh,
forward to
good for
that
him.
heavy. You know what I'm
Good for
saying?
him.
Um That's some other shit. I've been listen to a lot of female artists lately. Shout out to Doechii. Jay,
Oh, she's nice. She's nice.
have you listened to that EP?
Nah, I ain't listened to the EP. I just listened to a couple songs.
She dropped the EP called She Her Black Bitch. I think that's how it went. It's
Goodness
fire though.
gracious.
It's fire though. I
She,
ain't even
her,
gonna
black
cap.
bitch.
She dope.
I mean,
Mhm.
I've like from what I've heard, she's good.
Yeah, yeah. I first came on to her with the Isaiah Rashad album, and then she
Hmm.
just been dropping some crazy music videos. And she
I
went
haven't seen any
hard
of
at
her
the
music
BET.
videos.
She went hard at the BET Hip Hop Awards. She went hard at the BET Awards, and now she got another. She got some new shit. So shout out Doechii, man. Shout
Oh,
out Doechii.
word.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got a serious hip hop question today. This is heavy. This is some heavy shit we
Yeah.
must discuss. All right. If you was to erase one of these hip hop artists from the history of hip hop, okay, who would it be? All right. Our options are Nas, the Notorious B.I.G., Tupac, or Jay-Z. Jay, the floor is yours.
Oh man. I thought Donald was gonna go first. Um, okay. I Tupac.
Explain.
I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't really listen to Tupac. So if he was erased, I think I'll be fine. I
Mm.
think I'll be
Wow.
fine. I'll be honest. I don't really
All
listen to
right.
Tupac like that.
Okay. Okay.
If we're just talking about musically, like, are you talking about like just existence from culture in general?
Well, we said hip hop hip hop is really a culture in itself.
So
So I
will
feel
his
like you got to
movies
think
still
about it in
exist?
the totality.
Would his movies still exist?
No, nothing he's done it will exist. This episode is brought to you by the good people at No Clearance. All right, go to noclearancepod.com/shop. We have merchandise for you to wear. Please support the brand. Okay, we got our new clearance collection. All right, with the Defy the Trends, Be the Standard shirts, as well as the No Clearance shirt and the Superior No Clearance shirt with the dad hats. Dad hats are selling big. Okay. So please make sure you go to noclearancepod.com/shop. Buy you some merch to support the podcast so we can get bigger and better every week. Thank you. Back to the show.
Tupac.
Okay.
Wow.
Actually, Nas. I
Wow.
get rid of Nas.
Why
That's a
Nas?
wow.
No, I'm going back to Tupac. Nope, it's Tupac. Nah, no. I like
You
Illmatic too
picking
much. I get rid of Tupac.
Okay. Okay. Uh, I do not agree, but I'll save
I
my
also
statement.
like Biggie more than Tupac.
I'll save my statement
fair
for
enough.
for Donald, who would you remove from this list?
Just to clarify, it's out of Nas, Tupac, Biggie, and Jay-Z. Are those four?
Yes. Yeah.
I have to really say, I just want to go with Jay-Z.
Damn.
And
Jay-Z.
and I'm really gonna go with Jay-Z. And I'll tell you why, like, I feel like really like Nas, Biggie, and Pac really kind of set the foundation for a lot of rappers you see now in the early 2000s, late 2000s, and that like their like standard of how they do their hip hop music and everything like that, similar to how they changed hip hop from it was from the 80s going into the 90s. Like there hasn't been that dramatic change from the 90s into the early 2000s, late 2000s, which is where Jay Z came in. I mean, it changed when like Lil Uzi and everybody else came in through, and like we'll talk about J Cole, but like during that time, like it wasn't really a big rapid change, right? So like if Jay Z was to leave hip hop, I think hip hop would stay the same. I feel like the same music that you hear, the same sound. I think about the sound and like the music itself will still stay the same. But without Biggie and Tupac, that West Coast and East Coast, that sound, like, and even with Nas adding in that little flavor, like that's like they basically were like if you think about people who they look up to and rappers, like they those are basically the three people they look up to. They say like I model my rap off like Biggie Smalls. Or I like look up to Tupac and everything like that. Like so, I would have to go with Jay-Z. Not that I want Jay-Z to leave, but like out of those four, I have to go with
I
Jay-Z.
have to disagree, Donald. Jay
Okay.
without Jay-Z, we don't got J. Cole.
We don't get Kanye
Hmm.
West.
We don't get
Actually,
Kanye.
I think we will.
I think we do get Kanye
I
West.
think we
I
do
think we
get
do get Kanye
Kanye
West.
if it ain't for we do get Kanye if Jay-Z don't if Jay-Z's not in the picture because Kanye did a lot of work with Most Def and
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Common
probably.
and all
But
them.
he probably.
So
But we don't get Kanye as big as Kanye is.
no, I don't think
If
so.
it wasn't for Jay-Z,
We don't get Rihanna.
Mm.
we don't get Rihanna. Shit.
Oh.
Hey, we don't get Beyonce.
No, we're gonna get
We don't
I
get
Beyonce.
think we
Lemonade.
do. I think we get
We don't get
Beyonce. We get
Lemonade.
Beyonce.
We don't get Lemonade.
Lemonade we don't need Lemonade. Not as a black man, we don't need Lemonade.
We
It's
don't
not
get.
necessary.
But we also don't get. We also don't get Drunken Love. We don't get Sexy
Beyonce's whole
Beyonce.
catalog before Lemonade is just fine. She's still
We
a
don't
legend.
get Drunken
I feel
Love.
like
We don't get
I
Partition.
feel like somebody would have broken her heart so that we would have got Drunken
We don't
Love
get
in
Upgrade.
some
We
way,
don't
shape,
get
or
Ring the
form.
Alarm.
I feel like we would have got Drunken Love in some shape or way. Some
But
band would
no,
have
Still
bro,
be a
Jay-Z.
Destiny's Child.
I'll say this: Jay-Z definitely is low key. I mean, of course, he's behind the scenes of Beyonce's career, but Jay hooked Beyonce up with The Dream, who was heavy. He worked heavy with Beyonce in regards to put a ring on it. There's a lot of hits that The Dream
The Dream
has
got
written
hits
for
on
Beyonce.
hits on hits. He
So
written hits for everybody.
it's fair to say Jay-Z's hands is low key in a lot of artists, which is why I do not say Jay. I'm This shit is flagrant, but I'm gonna say Biggie can go.
I knew you was gonna fucking
Wow.
do that.
Wow.
I knew it.
I'm gonna say Biggie could go, and I say Biggie could go because
I wore his fucking shirt for a reason. I wore his shirt for a reason.
I think. Well, Tupac got shot in Vegas, so he may have still gotten shot. But I must say, I don't think Tupac dies, and I think Tupac's legacy would have had a greater impact than Big's. Big was very Biggie could rap, great flow, but the impact from his lyrics really don't they really don't hit like his words really wasn't touching people the way Tupac's was, the way Nas lyrics or Jay. You know what I'm saying? Like Biggie was a very braggadocious, I wear Coogee sweaters, you know what I'm saying, bad boy type of nigga. You gonna come into the party and have a good time. But if we talking like years from now, a lot of niggas ain't quoting Biggie and like being like, damn, I feel that shit.
Correct me if I'm wrong though. Like, didn't like Biggie kind of help like P Diddy like in like basically making like other artists? Like that
Let's
was his
be
big artist
real.
at the
Let's
time.
be
We
real,
don't get
dog.
Lil
Right?
Kim without Biggie.
Let's be real.
Yeah,
if
it's true. That is true.
If Bad Boy was not in hip hop be fine.
What? That's like. Are we also missing
You're
Mary
right.
J. Blige too?
You're right. Mary J wasn't
Like
Bad
I
Boy.
said, if Bad
Mary
Boy
J
was not
wasn't
part
Bad
of
Boy.
hip hop would have been okay. Don't get me
you're
wrong.
right. No.
Don't get me wrong. They
Tyler,
put
you
they
got me.
imprint. They put their imprint. They was hard work. It's a
Okay.
hard working group of people. I would miss Mary J. Blige, but I'm
Mary
just
J,
saying.
she wasn't Bad Boy like that.
No, she was. She
I mean,
was.
she
She
was.
really
She
repping it,
was.
though?
She's the
That's how she got her
queen.
start.
She's like the queen of Bad Boy.
Oh.
But I'm
That's why
just
she
saying.
started, yeah.
Now,
Damn.
mind you, I still think Diddy does his thing. Now, yes, Bad Boy, he anchored it around Big for a while, but once Big passed, he still pushed Bad Boy to be a Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like,
you're right.
like you
But
said, we still got Mary J.
It was Biggie that made that leap though for him. It was Biggie that made him like be out there in the mainstream.
Bruh, Diddy was the
more.
most hardest working nigga of all time. I promise you, he was still gonna make it work.
Yeah, you won me over when you said Bad Boy.
Jay-Z led the way for independent artists. Jay-Z led the way for independent artists to like come up and make it big. If it wasn't for Jay-Z, the business of hip hop is different at this point in the game. You know what I'm saying? Nas Illmatic album like changed music, like changed hip hop overall. You feel me? Like
Honestly,
I love Big.
To be completely honest, if you got talking not just hip hop, but you're talking like the impact to like the culture in general, Jay-Z and Tupac the only ones that don't lose a space. Like it's this is more of a debate of whether Biggie or Nas, who's more influential, Biggie or Nas.
But yeah, I think we take Nas. I think Nas is very underrated. Like I said, Illmatic holds a very special place in
a lot of
hip hop history.
Yeah, no, a lot of rappers.
A lot of great producers produced on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that album is almost the start of what you call the, you know, what a lot of older niggas call the quote unquote golden age. And on top of that, that nigga's still alive. You gotta give them niggas credit. You gotta give Nas and Jay-Z credit for being in this conversation and still living. Cause them niggas beefed as well.
Yeah. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's number one. Deadly.
And also Tupac dropped way more music. No, Tupac started before Big, but Tupac got a lot more of a catalog than Big.
Yeah, Biggie got 2 albums.
You know?
They were both only like 24, 22. Yeah. They were real
24,
young.
26.
And we have a lot more of Tupac. Tupac did a lot of shit, bro.
That's how I know being 20 back in the 90s was hard, because they look like I
They
don't
did
even
look
think
like
about them being early 20s. I think of them as like grown ass, like 30-year-old men, like they've been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't look like they're in their early 20s. If you think about it, that's how you know back in the 90s was tough.
Well, I gotta ask you,
Early
Jay,
twenties,
what made
early
you
twenties is different in general
Yeah.
now
what
than the 90s.
Jay, what made you believe I was gonna pick Big?
Because you don't really talk about Biggie like that.
I mean,
You
that's
don't
fair.
talk about Biggie or Tupac, but I know because of who you are, you respect Tupac more than you respect Biggie, just off who you are as a person. I just knew you were gonna pick Biggie.
Ain't no disrespect on Big. I
I
don't
know it's not
disrespect the nigga.
disrespect on Biggie. I just knew you were gonna pick Biggie out of these three people.
I just
You
need
love
music.
Jay-Z. Jay-Z wasn't going nowhere.
No.
Nas,
No.
you wasn't gonna kick Nas out.
Now the only thing with
Half
getting rid of Big,
your identity is influenced by Nas albums.
that's not fair. That's not true at all. Because a nigga only really rock with Illmatic. I rock with Illmatic and I rock with the King's Disease series. Like everything else is really boring as shit.
Yes.
King's
very
Disease
boring.
1 and 2 and Illmatic is like, if that's all Nas had, low key, he's still a legend in my mind. The
Because
nigga can
Nas
literally
was
get
one
rid
boring
of
ass rapper.
Oh man, he could get rid of the rest of this
That man
catalog.
could put shoot.
Oh, besides Ether. Now you still need Ether.
You still
You
do
know what I'm
need
saying?
either.
You still need Ether in the
That man Nas could put.
What you about to say, bro?
wait. Nas so bored he could have put. Nas so bored he could put a dead man to sleep.
Damn. But
Wow.
what? Like I said though, he with his King's Disease and King's Disease 2 hit different. What he did with Hit Boy was amazing. All he needed was honestly just needed some
All he
solid
needed was
production.
good beats, because Nas has infamously had terrible beat selection. I don't know what it is.
It's very tragic.
His taste in beat is just trash.
Even the joint he did with Kanye West, I only really rock with like one song on there.
Yeah.
So, and Kanye did that nigga dirty. So,
Kanye did all the niggas dirty.
Everybody.
You only gonna have 7 songs on this album. What do you mean? I just spent how much time on a 12-song album? You gonna take 5? You gonna take 5 on? What the fuck is wrong with you? Nigga, you better put them 5 songs on the goddamn album, make some deluxes. Shit, when he did that shit, I was so mad. I was like, "You got a 7-song album? How you gonna give me a 7-song album?" The only person I appreciate having a 7-song album was Pusha T, because I could only take so much cocaine talk at one time.
I think he has made the greatest 7-song album of all time.
Yeah,
in hip hop, maybe
you get
not
in and out. He gets in and out. Sometimes
yeah.
you get him in and out.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck, man. Oh man. What else we got, man?
R.I.P. Bill Russell.
Oh shit, yeah. Rest in peace to the GOAT.
Shout out to the legend.
R.I.P. That man was old.
Let me just remind.
I'm just happy he's at rest.
You know what? I'm happy he's at rest too, because
he went through a lot of shit in Boston.
Yeah,
he was
went through
88,
so much as
right?
as somebody who played for the Celtics.
88.
Those Celtics fans, y'all, they was very trash to the nigga that won them championships.
Yeah.
So man, you know what?
11,
more respect.
Exactly.
To him. That nigga won 2 as a player
rings.
coach. Is that even fair to be a coach and a player at the same time?
How's that work like contractually? You get 2 contracts.
Pay up.
You gotta
that's weird to me.
How many minutes does he give himself?
You think I'm just sitting on a bench?
Like obviously he was the center's coach.
Ain't no
Obviously,
way.
he was the
Yeah.
center's coach. Like, you know how they have position coach. He was the center coach. So, like, was he the starting center?
I think so. Hey, but yo, here's the thing though. If you were playing coach, imagine like during a foul, right? At the free throw line, and you know the other team coach trying to give his players some instruction. Right? I'm walking over there. I'm be tuned in, like, hey y'all, this is what that nigga was saying.
You think they? Nah, back then, that was real shit shunned upon.
Whatever.
Back
Bill
then, they'd be
Russell,
like, what the fuck are you doing?
Bill
What the
Russell,
fuck?
tall ass. That nigga heard everything.
Yeah,
That nigga,
he was seeing over
Hey.
everybody.
hey, I heard what they talk about over there. Look, this is what we gonna do. All right, give me the ball. Fuck everything else. Just give me the ball. I'm the blackest nigga on the court. I'm the tallest nigga on the court. These niggas can't fuck with me. You white boys with your shorts, with your hoochie daddy shorts can't fuck with me. I'm a real ass nigga.
Bill Russell was. He used to just dunk the
Look,
ball.
when we play LA, it's me versus Kareem. Don't none of y'all take another shot. It's me versus Kareem. I wish one of y'all would shoot the ball but slap you in the fucking face in the locker room. Hand me the motherfucking ball because I'm finna score more than Kareem today. Wilt Chamberlain ain't got shit on me. Wilt Chamberlain ain't got shit on me. All right, it's me and Wilt. All right, and then after the game, me and him go get some shorties. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know Will got the plug.
Oh my God.
Will got the plug. Will go hook me up. So me and Will.
Yo, Will got all the bitches. Will got all the bitches. Gonna bring all the bitches. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the bitches.
Fellas, if we win the game, I'm gonna call Will. He gonna hook us up.
Will got all the bitches. Will. Dr. J, we going. Will got all the bitches.
R.I.P. Bill Russell. I definitely got
R.I.P.
Kareem and Wilt Chamberlain confused. Kareem did not. Did he play in the same era as Bill Russell? No way.
70s?
There's no way Bill
Kareem-
Russell played
no,
in the
he
same
didn't.
era.
Bill
as-
Russ playing in the 70s.
Nah. I don't think.
Like
I
those
don't
are the
think
last
that was
two
right.
rings. Those are the last two rings
I
when he
know
was a player
2
coach.
years, early 70s.
Should I ask? Should I call my pops?
No, don't call your pops.
I don't think he played with. Did he play Kareem? No.
Nah,
I
they
don't
played.
think Bill
they had
didn't play
to.
against Kareem, right? No, but Kareem was
No,
playing
Bill did
back
not
when
play
the
against
It's the 70s.
Kareem played in black and white. Kareem was playing in black and white.
Yes, exactly. It was like probably early Kareem.
Oh.
So was it Kareem with the Bucks? It was Kareem with the
Wait, I'm
Bucks,
gonna let
then
you
not
know
with the
right
Lakers.
now. All right. Bill Russell was drafted in 1956. God damn.
Good Lord.
All right. When did he retire? He retired in 1969. I gotta look up what
Okay,
Kareem
yeah.
What
got
year
drafted.
was Kareem? Bruh, my parents was only like 6 when he retired.
All right. Okay, so Kareem's first year was Bill Russell's last year.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
But Bill Russell was also coaching from 1966 to 1988. He coached for 3 years and played at the same time.
That's crazy, bro.
So they had
That's some wild
run-ins. They
shit.
probably played against each other.
Hey, it was
Like,
different in
more power
1960.
to him.
Year.
May he continue to rest in peace.
Damn, Kareem played
Hey, look,
20
I
years.
wish that, bro, this nigga was at every NBA Finals and was there to hand out the Bill Russell MVP trophy. Do you know how fire that is?
Yeah.
I'm handing you a trophy with my name on it at every
That's good,
Finals. Nigga, that's nuts.
That's
And it's
crazy.
like, hey, nigga, don't you forget. Like every time. Just stand there, like, don't you forget. Now, you know, I'm that nigga. 11 championships. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's so crazy.
He got
What a
5
life.
NBA MVPs too.
What a life, man.
What a jeez. 11 rings.
A legend.
If you look up the years, at one point it just says 1959 to 1966. Shit. This nigga won 7 years straight, and they not talking about LeBron. They talking about Jordan. Jordan gets 6. Bill Russell got 11, and nobody ever talks about this.
It's almost like how you talk about who's the best rapper right now, and you just don't even include Jay in the convo because we know he the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, well, Bill Russell got 11. Like, nigga, that ain't even fair because he was the tallest nigga around playing around these white boys. But still, you got to give him some credit.
He was 6'10".
That's tall.
Crazy.
I mean, that's tallish. That's tall.
That's tall. That's tall now, but that's tall. That's really tall back then.
Damn.
That shit crazy,
6'10".
bro.
That's a big boy.
You know, to live
speaking
that
of
long
tall
too.
people, Brittney Griner.
Y'all right. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all wrong for that.
Nah, Brittney Griner got sentenced to 9 years in prison. I'm not allowed to talk about Brittney Griner anymore on the show, but like she got sentenced.
Yeah, no, 9 years is crazy.
Yeah, but like she ain't gonna serve insane. She ain't gonna serve it.
Donna, what is your take on this?
I don't know, man. I just one, she shouldn't have been in the country, like, you know, doing what she did. Not understanding
go to the country.
Huh? It's just like she didn't understand the political climate. Like, you know, there's obviously a political climate, obviously Russia against the U.S., and I don't think she was realizing how international relations work
How big of a deal that is.
How big of a deal, like, you get locked up like in America is one thing. You get locked up in like another country, you don't get due process. Like some countries, it's all whatever they say it is. Like and like it's hard to get people to come back. Like right now we in conflict with Russia. It's hard to get people to like what can we do? Like even in another country. And who knows? Their prison system isn't like America's prison system. So I just think like, yeah, she did a dumb thing. Do I think she needed to pay for 9 years? I mean, we got people who are reporters and everything like that out from countries like that before in U.S. history. I mean, we should be able to get her back, I think. But she made a mistake.
I just think like it's not top priority at the moment. So like, especially since like low key might go to war with Russia, I feel like trading somebody at the moment isn't like what you know. I feel like you got some more important things to do with Russia before you talk about getting prisoners out of there.
I mean, look, if it was anybody else, if it was like a rich kid or something like that, it would have been like a different story. Like the priorities and the media would be different.
Yeah.
So I think that's what like a lot of people are like. If you see a lot of activists and people are like talking about, like if this person happened to be like a white woman, it would have been a different story. Like we would have been doing all we can to get her over here. But the fact that the media is not, and a lot of people aren't like taking it as a serious issue, it just like that whole like goes back to that thing that a lot of people don't care about black women or something like that, you know? So like that's why I think it's an important issue. Because we had a lot of people did worse, I think.
Yeah, no,
still
for sure.
Came back.
I just think it's shit timing. It's like the worst
and what I don't even know I forgot what drugs was it?
I'm never
sure what drugs
it was
it.
just weed.
It was just weed.
Yeah. So weed. Like which is legal in many of the states and in many of the countries in Europe and everything like that. So
it was just weed. I just would think it was bad timing. Like if it was any other time, she probably wouldn't even have been locked up or like been over there for that long. They probably would have got her out 100%. Like mad quick. But like I think it's just like you said, the political climate. It's like it's hard.
I mean, this makes. I feel like this still makes our government officials look really bad, just on the sense of yes, she is a black woman.
Yeah,
she's also part of the LGBTQ plus community, and so that's almost like that's they got a mafia.
Yeah,
so it's like the nigga got to do something.
Yeah, but like it's like it's just so it's like so crazy because it's like what can they do?
Bro, we are supposedly the most powerful government.
I know,
in the
but
world.
like at war times.
At war times, we are still the most powerful government in the world.
Africa,
I
we
don't
are.
care. Look, at the end of the day, they not doing nothing. That is a clear sign. They really, you're right. Now, Jay, you're right. She's not a top priority, but she's still an American citizen that's
Yeah.
overseas
Mhm.
and in prison. And at the end of the day, if the nigga really cared about, if the nigga really cared about re-election, if he really cared about, if the Democrats gave a shit like they act like they do,
Yeah.
they would do something. They would try to do more. These niggas just said they killed one of them niggas from Al Qaeda. I ain't give a shit about Al Qaeda for a long time. That they put out a really nice Instagram post talking about, oh, we just took down one of them Al Qaeda niggas. Oh, so y'all could do that. But you can't get Shorty over here. I see where you don't try to distract us from the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's also a complicated situation.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah.
Like
You're right. Yes, it's
It's a lot
complicated.
complicated.
But like,
It's just the
That's their
just a
job,
little
though,
bit of
bro. That's their job. I'm sorry.
I know it's their job.
We
it's a
pay these
complicated,
niggas.
It's
I pay taxes for these niggas to solve problems like this.
but
at
like,
an efficient
but
rate.
it's like at this time, it's like, how can you solve a problem when you potentially could cause a nuclear war?
Jay,
That's true. That's true.
But like, you know what I'm
They say
saying?
some
It's like,
stuff.
how can you do
But-
this?
but-
like,
but this
I
my
understand
thing,
to get
bro.
paid for this, but like, if shit goes down,
I think
nigga,
it's still-
we lose.
potentially cause a nuclear war. Nigga, we've been potentially causing nuclear wars for decades now. Nigga, ain't nobody gonna hit that button. All these niggas is pussy low key. Don't nobody want to die.
But that's the thing. I
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
say that. I
don't
would not say that.
let's just not call they bluff.
They
I'm not
don't,
gonna call
bro.
it bluff.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
sorry.
call they bluff. I
look,
ain't gonna
bro.
call they bluff. Not with
Look,
my
bro.
life.
People might be
You
desperate.
don't want to call.
People
They
might
don't
be
want to
desperate.
call our bluff. That's what the heck
But
they
that's-
don't want to
I
do.
don't want anybody to call anybody's bluff because
So
that
that's what
means
I'm saying.
damnation to the world.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that was up.
These, we
Like-
pay these people out of our tax dollars to do this shit and do it without us worrying about anything. We pay them too much money. If they can't bring her over, at least lower my taxes. At least take a pay cut.
Oh my!
I don't think that
Something.
I don't think that has to do with that.
I think it's
Those
more of a complicated. It's more of a complicated issue to just like bring them over here because it's like that's a whole other country. That's like
That's fair.
there has to be negotiations.
Yeah.
And negotiations can take a while. I don't think they're not like working on the issue. I just
I'm
think
sure
like
they are.
I'm pretty
you're
sure.
not behind the scenes and we're not in that like back room making these deals
I
to get
would-
that person to get her to come back over here.
I would
So-
I do think that Russia's dragging their feet.
And they're at war.
Yeah.
On their own.
Yeah.
By their own, fault.
Honestly,
they are at war.
I'm surprised she got sentenced already within a year. They could have
Hey,
just
man.
been like, this gonna take 5 years until we find out she's sentenced. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man,
They could have been petty.
they move a lot quicker than us over here.
That's what I'm
You know
saying.
That nigga move a lot quicker than us.
I guess what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm just happy she got sentenced. Because once you get sentenced, isn't that when they're able to trade you?
I don't know.
I'm
Donald, do you know anything about this?
I'm not even sure about that.
Okay.
I-
Yeah,
I'm not
from
sure
what I
about that.
heard, they was like, they had to sentence her out of a formality in order to make a trade, like prisoner for prisoner.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do. Like, because it's up to the Russian government to let her go.
That's crazy, bro.
Because technically she's not convicted of the crime yet till she's sentenced, right?
No, she is convicted, I believe, right?
Now
Let's
she's been
let's
sentenced.
let's think of some negotiations here. Donald, let me just throw this out
Yeah.
there, right? Because we've been refusing to buy anything Russian. We not buying no Russian oil. Gas price is still a little high. If I'm President Biden, would you say, hey, we'll purchase a little gas on the low? we go purchase just a little bit of gas. I know you look shit a little tough over here. You know, my folks' gas prices up. So this is what we gonna do. I'll send you a prisoner. We'll send you a prisoner, make the media think it's a trade, but we gonna purchase a little gas. We're gonna purchase a couple resources low key, and then you know what I'm saying? But we gotta keep it low because I don't want to look crazy out here. You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to start a remote podcast? Well, we have the perfect website for you, riverside.fm, where you can record remote podcasts and video interviews in studio quality from anywhere, used by over 70,000+ creators and Fortune 500 firms. Riverside allows you to upload your video and audio while recording on your web browser itself. That means you don't have to download any apps onto your computer. Riverside also allows you to edit your video and audio on the platform and cut up clips from your recording for social media. So if you're thinking of starting a podcast, it's as easy as clicking the link in the description. Thank you. Now let's get back to the show.
I don't know, man. I think to me, it's just like that's never going to happen. I think the U.S. and Russia always had confrontation.
Yeah, they don't like each
going
other.
back
They don't
way
fuck with
back.
each other.
They just for years, over 50 years, has this been happening. So I think it's been like ever since they invaded Ukraine, this has been like kind of stirring back up to the Cold War era. So I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think, and one thing about the United States is that, we like to hold on to our, we're the United States. We don't negotiate. We are a superpower. And we are also a state that, we promote democracy. Sadly, Putin isn't really,
Yeah.
pro democratic process,
Yeah.
when it comes to those things. So, it's just two different nations, two different ideologies, and it's just never going to be the same. I mean, you used to be able to keep at bay, but now after Ukraine, I mean, it's just more confrontation. So I don't know what. I mean, at this point, I mean, this is not going to resolve before November when the midterms happen. But I think with the whole gas prices and everything like that, with inflation, I mean, Russia. Us getting gas from Russia is not going to fix that problem overnight. That doesn't really just fits the gas prices anyway. Gas has been getting lowered because the barrel's been low for a little bit too. So you see the prices drop a little bit. But I just think it's an overall economic problem But yes, the whole Russia and Ukraine tensions added on to that. But that's just coming out of the pandemic, supply shortage chain, and everything like that has also added to this economic problem we have. And so it's going to take more than just dealing with Russia to fix these issues that we're having, that we feeling right now. So,
but okay, what do you think?
It's not an answer.
What do you think? And look, you don't have to answer this if you don't want. What is Brittney Griner worth in a trade?
I don't even
Not
know.
the merchant of death.
I don't know.
Not the merchant of death.
Jay, what is she worth?
I don't know, man, but not the merchant of death. They call him the merchant of death. I feel like that's not a good trade. Just off the name. I don't know what the nigga did, but they call him the merchant of death. You don't get a name like that in real life. You don't get a name like that in real life.
Let me tell you right now, we gonna send Ivan Drago. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, what the fuck you talking about? I know that nigga living here. He living off that Rocky money. We gonna go ahead and send Ivan Drago back. You know what I'm saying? That nigga killed Creed. You feel me? No, we gotta get our revenge. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Ivan Drago going back to Rush.
Oh my God.
I love Rocky 4. I love Rocky 4, bro. That's just my favorite movie after Friday.
Oh my goodness.
But Donald, you said some key points, man. And if you don't mind me picking your political brain, what the hell is going on in the U.S.? What the hell is up with the economy, bro?
Look, and I'm no expert by any means, but just by observation, we in a hole right now. It's things, you go to the supermarket, you go to the gas station, these are expensive no matter where you go. I think it's a supply chain issue. It's taking a little bit more time for the economy to catch up after being isolated for a whole year due to COVID. A lot of people are spending more, so the Fed has to raise interest rates. Houses, buy a house these days, you paying like 9%. What I thought it was 9%, maybe more than that, over what the place is worth. So
That's crazy.
it's a bad economic problem. I don't think it's Biden's fault totally. Like he just got dealt the wrong hand. But like definitely something that needs to be addressed, and like watching what we're spending and everything like that. And like I think that's what a lot of people are going to concentrate on going into the midterms. I don't know what the answer is, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
I
how
mean,
much
I think
of
it's
a,
going to be.
I'm sorry, how much does this play? How much is it the citizens of the US? Like, how much is it our fault?
I mean, I don't think it's citizens. I mean, it could be corporations too. I mean, corporations shut down. I mean, a lot of people were not expecting us to be back and operating like this fast out of the pandemic. We were thinking
Oh,
the
okay.
worst at the time.
Okay. So we
So
recovered too quick?
I think I think we reopened the government a lot quicker than many people expected it to be reopened.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
And you see with that supply shortage, it's hard to get a car out these days because I mean they stopped manufacturing. So you know, I think it's going to take some time for the whole economy to catch up to itself. I mean, we are, people are saying we're going into or we are in a recession. I mean, I don't think we're going to be back in like '08,
No, yeah,
but I
no.
think we're going to go through some tough high prices, and like a lot of people are going to feel it for like probably the next few years.
For those who don't know, I'm heavy into the business shit. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure podcast. Shout out to that whole Earn Your Leisure network. So I'll be keeping up with this shit. But I find it quite hilarious how the government does not want to say we in a recession. Like them niggas got me dying. Every time I see a video, it'd be like, look, man, I know we've had 2 down quarters. We've had 2 negative quarters of the GDP, but man, I just don't want to say what I want to say. Like they just be like, I'm just not gonna say the word.
Not gonna say it. Nah, if you
Just
don't
not
say
gonna
it,
happen.
it ain't true. If you don't say it, that mean it ain't true. It ain't official.
I know what the word means, but let's look at these other things going on, and that's why we not in a recession.
I feel like they don't want to say it because once they say it, it's gonna make it worse.
I mean, it's got to get bad, right? Don't it got to get worse before it can get better?
Some people,
I mean, probably do need to.
some people do
probably
believe that,
so.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people believe that ideology. Not me, but
I need it. I need
Okay.
I need a recession, at least in the stock market, because I'm waiting on some stock prices. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on Amazon to hit. I'm waiting on waiting on a lot of these folk to go
Look,
down a little bit.
I feel like the economy goes up and down, like throughout the years. That's what happens. So like it was up at one point where everybody was like, we were all buying up stocks and everything like that. Houses was low, and now we're like, interest rates were low, and now we're hitting this downward, situation right now where it'll jump back up. We're just not going to do it right now. So I just say wait it out, save your money, stop eating out.
eating out, man.
Not to give anybody tips.
That's one thing I was telling my pops. I was telling my pops the other day. I said, millennials don't care, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we really still taking trips.
Don't give a fuck.
Knowing damn well we shouldn't. We really still out here in these streets.
We don't give a fuck.
I really just want to know, like, where is people getting the money to do all these things? Because I'm just like, I just don't know how people are like, unless people are going into real credit card debt. Like, I don't know where people getting the money to be paying. Rent is going up. If you renting, like, I mean, I hear rent's going up and everything like that. Like, how are y'all living? Like, the only thing I would say is that salaries have gone up dramatically. Like, people are getting like a lot. Like, if you switching jobs right now, you're getting a lot more in salary than you would 2 years ago.
That's
so
true.
I would say that's like why people are probably staying afloat right now. But
that's true. That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting, man.
I don't know.
One thing I've started to learn growing up, man, a lot of people really don't understand credit cards.
Yeah.
Like I find it quite hilarious.
Yeah.
That I'll be talking to family members and they be explaining to me how they pay a credit card. Like, nah, as long as we pay the minimum, we good. I'm like, that's not how it works.
That's not how
that shit works.
You gotta pay more than the minimum.
That's not how it works.
I be like, I respectfully want to let you know that's not how this works. You gotta pay the whole thing, right? And they be like, oh, we good. I'm like, all right, my nigga, you got it.
You gotta pay more
There
than
it goes.
minimum.
There it goes.
You gotta pay it off.
You got that, my G.
You got to pay more than the minimum, and you want to pay it down as quickly as possible. You don't want to pay any interest rates,
Exactly. You gonna pay.
and you don't want the credit card to be more than 30% of what they give you as credit.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk your talk. Talk that talk. Donald is
Like so like I kind of I kind of grew up in a feel like there's people who are like, all right, like I'm scared of credit cards. Don't ever get a credit card. Use your debit
Yeah.
card because that's the money you have. Then like people like there's a lot of benefits to using a credit card. We get cash
Yeah.
back, percentage back, depending on like rewards and everything like that, and credit you get for like plane rides and everything like that. You get a lot of benefits, and like you use it responsibly, like
big
you'll
word.
be fine.
Big
But
word.
the problem is that like a lot of people use a credit card, they see this credit line, and they think that I just got all this unlimited money, not knowing that they got to pay it back each month. And so like that's the only
Shit
thing
do
I always
come in
say is like you
handy.
gotta use your credit card responsibly.
really
Nothing
come
is
in handy.
scarier
Like,
to me.
yeah,
Nothing scarier to me than that
Yeah.
credit line going up. They really be like, oh shit, you can handle more.
Yeah, they be like,
I'm like,
oh,
shit,
yeah, that shit
Y'all
be
trying
getting you.
to mess with
It's
my head,
crazy.
ain't you?
Yeah,
Shit got me crazy,
Yep.
man. I tell you who I feel like
especially
would,
if you don't pay though.
yeah.
Yeah. That's some
If you don't
F-boy
pay,
shit.
like you can't just be paying a minute. There's people just don't pay their credit cards.
Yeah, there's people who just don't pay it. There's people who don't pay their student loans that just
Don't
don't
pay
pay
it.
it. Like,
That's a fact.
That's true.
that
Don't
gives
pay
me
their student loans.
anxiety. That just gives me
Hey,
anxiety.
Yep. Speaking of
student loans
we
low
all
key
know
about to
that
come back.
Oh shit, they
Yeah,
ain't coming
because
back.
it is August 31st.
Bro, October. Well, for me, I got till October. I'm trying to tell you, they coming back.
I forgot about
I'm
those.
trying to tell you. I'll tell you this. I
Hey,
might
look,
take my ass
look.
back to school.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna give them what I got. They gonna get what I got. They ain't gonna get anything more or less than what I got.
Hey, look. I already got a
Oh,
master's. I
God.
might go ahead and get another one, man. Shit. By the time my other
Shit.
master's degree
I
over,
forgot about
this shit
that.
might be gone.
Yeah, I ain't paid them in so long. I ain't paid them in so long. I forgot about them. So why did they even need to bring them back? We've been doing
man.
fine without having to pay them back.
Hey, it's a reality. I don't think it's going. I don't know. I mean, look, nobody wants to pay student loans.
Nobody.
A lot of people got
Nobody. Not even the president.
So I have a feeling they're going to push it. I have a feeling they're going to push it back. I'm surprised it's not in the media yet, though. So they might try to sneak it back in.
I think they're going to sneak it. See, here's the
Notice
thing.
that it hasn't been talked about.
Yeah, it hasn't been talked about. It's because everyone forgot
They've
about
been talking
it.
about everything else.
Here's the thing
that's
funny.
It is what, the 31st?
Yeah.
The funny shit is, people used to say, if you take away student loans, you'll boost the economy. Now, we ain't had no motherfucking student loans since like 2020, and now niggas in a recession. So we really messed the game up. We were supposed to do right. We were supposed to be out here.
We had the opportunity.
Boosting the economy.
We had the opportunity to prove it.
we just proved these niggas all wrong. Like, no, put these niggas on a budget. Make sure these niggas is in debt. So shit got me fucked up. Oh God, man.
But they coming back. Stay tuned. August 31st.
Bruh.
Keep watch.
Yeah, keep your eye on that
Step
shit,
in on
people.
that.
Keep your eye on it, people. We just here to inform y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to help all the black people out. You feel me? I mean, I know everybody else got student loans, but I'm sure white people know when it's coming. I'm sure they got it all under wraps, man.
I look crazy.
Man, let's go ahead and move on to some other shit, to some shit that don't mean a lot. Let's talk about F-Boy Island. I don't know.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, me and Donald was talking about this beforehand. Donald,
We talking about
Donald, tell them who your favorite person on the show was.
Don't judge me, but I think Mercedes is my favorite person right now. I'm rooting for
You
that.
are ain't shit, nigga. Mercedes is a piece of shit. He's not a good person.
Look. Wait. Can I get my explanation?
Talk your talk, man. Talk your talk.
Bro. Look. All right, we all know he's an F-boy. It came out to the show. They said, okay, you got to say who you are on the island. You got to say if you're an F-boy or not. And still, after all the dates and everything like that, he knows he's an F-boy. Everybody knows he's an F-boy. She has a nice guy and an F-boy. And what does she choose to keep on the show? An F-boy. Now, it's like I don't know if she's expecting to change him because we know he ain't going to change.
We know he ain't
or
gonna change.
if like he's He's an F boy. Like, we know
every
this.
time he speaks, this just because the girl he's
He-
with is stupid. Because every time this nigga speak, he sound like he lied. Like from day one, he sound like a snake oil salesman, bro. Like he just sound like he's full of shit. From day one, I'd be like,
I thought he was like a politician. I thought he was like, running for Congress or
even
something
if
like
he
that.
was a nice guy, I would have just felt like he was lying. Like every time he speaks, it just
He would. Is he from Atlanta too?
I don't know, but
is he from Atlanta, right?
That man, that man is something else, bro.
I just be, bro. I give it to him, bro. Like he be like setting up little dramas here and there behind the scenes.
Man.
Oh man,
that was
crazy,
bro.
He instigate a lot of things.
That one time where he got that one dude to tell the girl what he said about her. I'm like, who does this? He really convinced another nigga to tell the girl.
Oh, he was in that dude's head.
He told her like she was a dumb doll or some shit like that. I'm like,
no, he called her.
What's wrong with this
what
nigga?
he call her? He called her.
It don't even matter. It was some stupid shit. But I was like,
he manipulated.
A dumb blonde. He's like, oh, my first impression of her was she was a dumb blonde. Which ain't a big deal,
bro. That Joe was
chick
was
is
wild,
stupid.
bro.
All the girls in this show are stupid.
You know what?
No,
I will say this
actually,
too. They're gonna bring them back that season too.
Jay, did you finish the show?
Words, Mercedes.
Now what happened? Just tell me.
Tamaris. Oh, well, the last episode. Can I tell you? Can I ruin it for you?
Just tell me.
Okay.
I didn't see the last episode either.
The last episode.
Go ahead.
The girls got the option of keeping all the money and not picking nobody.
Oh.
So, the host, she didn't tell. She told them before the men walked in, so the niggas had no idea this was an option.
Oh, damn.
All right, so the white girl with the teeth. Yeah, I'm terrible with names. The white girl with the teeth. She picked Mercedes.
No, man. No, bitch.
I do it.
I do it. Mercedes split the money though.
Oh, that's because he knew. Because he knew if he took the money, he gonna make him donate it to charity. He ain't stupid.
Hey, that nigga Benedict though was hurt, but
I would be pissed.
He'll get over.
I feel sorry. I will say this. I feel sorry for Benedict. He really put it.
Yeah, that was a good guy.
Benedict
he
was
a good
trying.
guy. It was my favorite.
He was pretty trying.
And then Mia,
dumbass.
Shout out to the black women.
Dumb woman.
Oh, she had a hard.
First of all,
I say this, but she had a hard.
I ain't really rock. I ain't even rock with her too. I'm like, I don't get it. Anyway,
she's dumb.
What's with her though? Yo, let's talk about
Delaware.
Is that it?
Okay,
that's all I know.
Might be a Delaware. Man, I don't
That's
know.
That's a DMV
bro.
issue then.
I don't know, but see, all the brothers that was like trying to rock
she
with her
kicked off
all
the brothers. She kicked off all the brothers. She had to think
they was all born there. I mean, she was in love with Peter before the show even started.
She had one person at the end. She didn't kick off everybody.
She was in love.
She had somebody at the end.
That nigga ain't do nothing though. Yeah. He just had a southern charm.
She was loving who?
Had that southern accent.
Yeah, that's all he had.
But Peter won. She chose Peter.
And I did that from the first episode. That's why she got.
But Danny was a G with it. Oh. You know how she was all emotional and she tried to walk the nigga out. So they had the steps and he was like, "You promised me. You lied. You're a liar. It's okay though. I'm gonna walk out with my head held high. But you
lied."
Like he was straight up pissed.
Oh shit.
But he walked out like a G, so shout out to him. But yeah, she chose Peter. And Peter decided to split the money.
Of course.
So there you go, right? And now it's Tamaris with two nice guys, Casey and Nico, right?
Who came back? Yeah, Nico came back.
Thank God, because that nigga Troy was terrible.
Oh, yeah, that boy.
I don't know. He was.
I just feel like we should be together. So check this, right? all along, Tamara's clearly been telling niggas she not trying to be in. She don't want to get married. I don't even think she want that kid. Like she's done some F girl shit before.
Yeah.
Tamara's
She kept the money, did she?
kept the money. She did not pick either one of them niggas, boy.
I knew it. I knew it.
Them niggas was done.
She is a city girl. That's why.
Good for her, though. Good for her,
She
though.
an F girl.
Good
She
for her,
an
though.
F girl the whole time.
Yeah, bro.
You know what? This might start. You know what? I feel like this is gonna be a start of a play where they're gonna have like a reverse, where they're gonna be the F girls.
Oh yeah,
the bad girls club.
Yeah. Hey, real talk, man. I don't know if you. I don't even know if I can. Can we?
Basically,
can you trust a woman with pink hair?
Man,
it's hard.
I don't know. You know what? She was the most real one out of all of them.
You know what it is?
She was straight.
I hate
she was straightforward from the get go.
Puerto Rican, man. She crazy.
She was an open book from the get go. She already told everybody who she was.
Yo,
And everything.
this is what's crazy though. This is what's crazy, cause a F boy will definitely keep it real, keep it straight up with a shorty. I mean, this is what I've done in my nigga days. You will literally tell a woman like, "Yo, this is my intention. Like, I'm really not trying to be in a relationship," and they be like, "Okay." That's what these niggas did. Like, I know she on the show, on a dating show, but she was literally telling these people, like, yo, I'm not even really trying to be like long term. Yep. And all these niggas like, oh, we'll make it work in the end. We'll make it work.
Old boy realized that when she was like, then we talk about, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. You want both?
And he was like, I mean, we talk about it. We talk about it in the
future, you know. It's like, nah, nigga, get the fuck out of here. That's not the woman for you, bro.
Yo, we got it.
Yo, every time that man got his journal, man, that was
played for him.
That journal had me messed up, bro.
Every time he spoke,
that journal, man.
But his confessional music killed me.
I'm like, did he always talk like that, or did it just get worse over the course of the season?
You know what? She it was a red flag for me for him when he started like getting mad, like, why she don't give me the respect that I want. And he started, remember he flipped out,
bro. He flipped, slammed the table,
and he like.
Everybody was like,
"Yo, that nigga's nuts. That nigga's nuts."
So
that nigga's for Cocoa Puffs, bro.
He not look. He's not all there. He's not all there. Nuts. Basically, I think
she got out.
You might want to slow it down. Talk to somebody.
She got out.
As soon as she had the opportunity to get Nico,
she took that shit.
I knew that was going to happen. She took that opportunity.
This show, I'm gonna tell you one thing about this show. There's some bitch made niggas on this show. Snitching ass niggas running to the girl.
I mean, it's a game.
Yeah, but
it's a game.
Have some fucking pride.
It's also for the money too.
Oh,
it's
so
a game.
Think said you're a kissing booth.
Bro, 50 rack at least at the least 50 racks on the line.
I wouldn't be no snake. I just remember everything.
I'm never gonna see these niggas again.
I don't know, man. I didn't like it. All this bitch made shit, bro. Hey, so and so said this, man. I don't know.
And it's crazy because the snakes is the niggas that won.
Yeah.
Peter was a snake.
Mercedes
Mercedes.
This nigga
got a snake tattoo on his body.
This nigga Mercedes won. How the fuck this nigga Mercedes won? The nigga's name is Mercedes. You can't trust him.
That threw me off from the jump.
Yeah, you can't trust him.
That threw me off.
Look. The reason why Mercedes was my favorite character was because he was just entertaining throughout the whole show.
He was entertaining as fuck.
He was entertaining throughout the whole.
But you know what?
He made that show.
And we knew his intentions. We knew his intentions from the jump.
We knew
he was in it for the money because he knew if he took the money, they'd make him donate it like they did to Garrett last season. They acted like that's not the punishment.
They acted like they was like, oh, you can actually keep it. They lied like shit.
Does that mean he's with the girl or he's not with the girl? Like, how's that end?
I guess that just means they gonna try to see what it's like, outside of that.
All this stuff is stupid. All these dating.
Mercedes ain't gonna do that. We all know how that's going.
That's the reason why none of these
couples stay
together.
If he's like shit, all I need is I'll take 50. Mercedes was like, I'll take 50 G's now.
Yeah, I'll take them.
We can split that.
Invest it real quick. It's no biggie.
You know what I'm saying? That shit, hey man.
But he was entertaining throughout the whole show.
Nah, he's the most entertaining. I give you that. Him and that other nigga.
He caused most of the drama, like from the beginning. Like that's how everybody got started getting eliminated.
Hey, look, Donald. So let me ask you, bro, what would you say is the difference? Let's just go down the list. What's the
Okay.
difference between an F boy and a nice guy?
That's hard. I feel like they're all intertwined after watching the show, but like
you can't tell
I
which
would
is
say
which.
this.
We'll just start a list here. All right. F boys. I mean, based off the show, all the F boys were slick talkers.
Everybody in the show is a slick talker.
That's not true though. A lot of nice guys were some boring ass niggas.
Oh, yeah, true. They all went off.
There's that one nigga, Aaron. I ain't hear this nigga say a word the whole show.
I think that was editing. They cut out every time he spoke.
That's true. That's true.
That was editing.
Still, even the date they went on, even the date he went on with Tamara, it was like, this shit was so boring. We not going to even put a clip of that joint on there, on the show.
They did old boy dirty. Yo, they didn't even play him saying nice guy.
Bro, every time he was up for elimination, this nigga had nothing to say.
Yo, the way they edited it was hilarious.
This nigga had nothing to say when he was up for elimination. Like, they was like, I just need you to step it up. He'd be like,
it's funny.
All right, so, I mean, look, I mean, most F boys they slick talkers. I mean, what you gonna say? A nice guy know what he's doing? A nice guy.
I'm gonna say, like, I feel like F boy and nice guy is all about the personality at the end of the day. Like, I feel like the nice guys have as much issues as the F boys. Like,
that's fair. Donald, what do you label yourself as?
I label myself a nice guy.
So if you was on that show, you would have split the money.
Honestly.
Is that the stipulation of being a nice guy?
I mean, on
the
show, that was the stipulation, right? You got to come in deciding beforehand if you won. Would you automatically split the money, or be an F boy and have the option of taking it all or choosing the girl?
To be honest, it's more smart for anybody just to be a nice guy, because at the end of the day, after they expose everybody, like, you already lost. Like, now you got to backtrack, and like, somehow Mercedes was able to.
You know what's crazy?
Push himself up forward. But
what's crazy?
This episode is brought to you by Canva. Canva is a graphic design platform used to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, documents, and other visual content. The app includes templates for users to use to design whatever they want for the free. The platform is free to use, but also offers a paid subscription, Canva Pro, which will unlock an even larger library of graphics, images, templates, and videos to add to your designs. So please tap the link in the description and get started.
Being a nice guy on the show is kind of the best thing, because if you get kicked off, you get to stay on vacation.
Oh yeah,
that's
true.
At
least that last thing, because I think they go home.
Send me to the grotto.
Yeah, send me to the grotto.
That's all I want to do, bro.
Want me to wash the car in some Speedos? Fine. Free vacation.
I feel like a lot. First of all, I feel like a lot of the F boys, you wouldn't consider them F boys. You would see them like in person.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like it's just like they're just trying to make noise for themselves. They're just trying to like get attention.
That's all it is.
That was a lot of them what they were trying to do, right? Like, so, because they was talking about, I have a girlfriend already, and like, I'm like,
that
all right.
One dude was like, I got a girlfriend.
That's true.
And she's fire.
No one would say that on live television. Live television.
All right, so check this.
Like,
in real life, what does an F boy look like in real life? Like, are we snitching on niggas today? Like, what?
Why are we talking about this?
I'm not trying to get on anybody. You try to get into dangerous territory right there.
Hey, Donald, you heard what happened with Mike Tyson?
Oh snap! We didn't go help out the ladies today, oh. Nope, we're not gonna do that, huh?
Nope.
That's a damn shame.
I don't want to have
See,
this
you
conversation.
put that out there trying.
That's a damn shame,
I don't
boy.
want to talk about the
Was that on the
perplexities
agenda?
of nice guys and F boys. Let's talk about Mike Tyson. You heard about this?
Look, I'm not the right person. I'm not the expert, so I want to say that I can't speak on this topic.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair, Donald. You're not. You're in a relationship. Let's talk about your relationship if you don't mind me asking.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Okay. As some of you know, a couple weeks ago we had an episode. Lawrence married a black woman.
No, he did it. What are you talking about? No, he did it.
No,
he did the opposite.
No, remember we said Lawrence married a black woman.
Okay,
Jay Ellis married a white woman.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, when the post came out, the first brother to message us was Donald.
Yes, you were.
He said we gotta come on the show and discuss interracial relationships.
This is something you really wanted to talk about. Did you forget?
He said he wanted to discuss this topic, and you know who else better to discuss interracial relationships than a man in an interracial relationship? You know?
Yeah.
So Donald, you know,
What's the question?
All right, well, I'm just setting the stage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let me just verify.
Dimming the lights.
You are
setting the mood.
You are are you in an interracial relationship?
Yes, I am.
He gonna start answering like Future. And Donald, what is the race of your significant other?
You know, she's white. I mean, I don't know what y'all trying to.
No. Look, there's a lot of
do these short off questions.
There's a lot of black women that you know, may have flipped over in their chair. You know what I'm saying? We gotta ask you first. Do you see race in relationships?
What is going on?
No, that's a real ass question. It's a real ass question. Some people say they don't see race.
I respect that, but that is a real question. I want to say, like, yes, you see race, and I want to answer for me. I ain't gonna answer for everybody else because everybody else, as we know, are in different relationships for different reasons.
Fair.
And that's fair just to say that. But like, as for me, like, yes, I see race, but like, I'm also open to every race. Like, I don't really discriminate against any race. You know, I'm just looking for like who's the right person that's going to be vibing with me. Like, is what like I answer. And what I mean, there's been women I try to talk to who are black, you know, Hispanic. You go through the list. It just happened to land in for me that this is the woman that like I got a relationship with, which I'm enjoying. It's great and everything's going well.
Way to put that cherry.
Some people, so I would say that some people may see race and everything like that, or have a certain type because of certain things like that. Like for me, I'm just like looking at the person itself, not exactly the race. I'm not going to say I don't see color because I'm color conscious. I believe color is what makes us a beautiful person anyway. But like, it's not a factor of me just like turning somebody away from dating just because of the race they are. I mean, it's all about how you vibe with that person.
What do you say to people who, you know, may be against interracial? What do you say to people who's like, bro, you really with a white girl? What's up with that?
I mean, I would have to say, like, you know, I honestly, Tyler, like, I'll be very honest. I never got that question. I would I guess it's good. I mean, a lot of people, y'all know my friends.
That's a good thing because
everything like that.
Yeah,
so that's a good thing.
Squad.
I never got that question. But like,
that's
I would say that
question to answer.
It is awkward question to answer.
But have you gotten the microaggressions?
Yeah, you see that when you like go out in public sometimes. I mean, I live in New Hampshire, so you know it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's
little bit
scary.
different. They're living in the Boston area. I come from Jersey. You come from Maryland, everything like that in the DC area. So it's a little bit different. A little how things move up here is a little bit different than how it moved down there. But I would say like now, I think race is like on both genders, race is like fluid. Like I mean, you see what Katanji Jackson and like her husband's white. Kamala Harris' husband is white. So like I feel like on both sides, like it's becoming a lot more fluid than many people think. And that's not to say like black love isn't like real and like that's I feel like everybody just gotta find somebody for
You just
them
gotta find your person.
that goes past race.
I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna get back to those black women specifically. I'm gonna get back to that real quick.
Okay,
But let me just ask you: have you had instances? Cause I know one of my homies. He had an issue with this, where it was like she just can't relate to what I'm going through.
I'll put me on the spot with that one.
If that's too much, you don't
Um,
have to answer. And I'm sorry. That may have been a little too deep. I'm sorry.
um, I feel like with acknowledging that you can't know what it means to go through something, like she acknowledges that fact,
Okay. Okay.
like so like up front, like before the conversation we were talking about a different issue. Like I mean, obviously we're like minded. We're both like politics. We both like are on the same spectrum of the ideology. We're both Democrats,
Mm-hmm.
so like we have that view of how we look at things and different race issues. But like also acknowledging the fact that she can't know how I go through things because she's just not black.
Mm.
So I think it's the acknowledgement instead of just pretending to go with the flow and go like you with the cause is a lot better for me than it is just like go with it and just like this conversation saying like, oh yeah, I know how you feel. Acknowledging the fact that you really don't is good enough for
Oh
me.
wow.
And like that's kind of like the relationship and conversations we have.
That's tough.
So
Now one more thing, man. Has she cooked for you?
she she has, yes.
How is the food?
It's
What
good. It's she has she does like a lot of Italian flavor stuff.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
is
and you
she
think about like a
Italian?
lot of seasonings and
Is she
everything like
Italian?
how she's
Uh,
not Italian. Like she studied in lived in Italy for a while. So
Oh,
like she
okay.
like kind of got culture to that food.
has she tried
Look, come over
any?
to the house so that like, you can have some food.
I'm gonna have to try some food. Has she done any southern cuisines? Fried chicken, collard greens.
Nah,
That's
not
advanced,
yet, bro.
Tyler.
Not yet. Nah,
Has she made mac and cheese?
no.
Okay. If she did, do you think she would put the breadcrumbs on top?
Have you asked if she likes the breadcrumbs on top?
Have you
have you
asked if
experienced
she
mac and
likes
cheese with this woman
the
before?
breadcrumbs?
Have you experienced? Wait, the question is, have you experienced mac and cheese with her before?
Well, she came on my family's house at one point, so yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's okay. How did the family? I'm sorry, this may be too deep, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just
you
curious.
just open it up. You just get
I'm just
deeper and
curious,
deeper.
like
Go
how
ahead.
did the family react to, who you came home with?
Everybody was just cool because in my family we also have other cousins who are dating outside the race,
Ah,
so
Yeah,
okay.
it's not
you weren't
abnormal
the first.
in
Okay.
my
You weren't the
family.
You're not
first.
the only one. Got you.
Yep,
I respect it.
yep. And on my side of the family, like we come all shades of color, so
You wasn't the first.
we're very mixed family already as it is, believe it or not.
That's beautiful,
So
Donald.
it's a little different.
How was it for you?
Uh,
You had yourself a Sidney Poitier situation. You know what I'm saying?
Sydney, I don't know if people who listen to this show know who Sidney Poitier is.
Yeah. That was an educated joke
Sidney
right there.
Poitier.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
an
Oh, you talking
educated
about
joke.
Guess Who
I
Coming to
like that.
Dinner?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. No. I didn't have that. No, I didn't. I didn't have that. Everyone was receptive mostly.
That's good.
And I don't like bring around girls around the family a lot. So like people are just like, oh wow, that was a relationship.
So let me ask
So it
you,
was more of that shock.
and this may be too heavy, but I mean, you dated, well, how many black women have you dated in your life?
I can't say I
You ain't gotta
dated
give me no
seriously.
number. You ain't gotta give me no number. But
I can't say I dated seriously, but from the
you
3,
been shooting your shot. You shoot your shot. You was shooting.
as we all did.
Shooters gonna
Yeah.
shoot, Donald. Shooters gonna
Shooters
shoot.
gonna shoot. Shooters gonna shoot. Um, I ain't even gonna ask for no comparison, no shit like that. That's a little too wild. But let me ask you though,
That's a smidgen, my
the Ketanji Brown situation and Kamala.
Go ahead. Yep.
Do you feel like? I feel like Obama was a little different because he was a man. Do you feel like if they did have black men as spouses, do you think they would? You think that would have hindered them from being in their positions?
I don't think so. I want to say I don't think so. Like I think it was just mostly based off. I mean, a lot of people didn't even know who their spouses were at one point or another when they were running for, like, Kamala when she was U.S. senator, and Ketanji when she was just like on like, I forget what court she was on, but like before she went to the Supreme Court, she was still a judge at that point. So I don't think that it was an importance. It could have been, if you're talking 20 years before, with, still the early 2000s, that could have been a difference.
Mm.
Just because of just the way the media portrayed things at that point. But I think now we're talking 2022, 2021. I think a lot of people, like, we're talking about people who are now growing up and they were in high school or they were in, like, kindergarten, and like Obama was their first president.
That's
So they like
very
kind of,
true.
the way people look at color is a lot different than the way people looked at color before us, right?
That's true.
And that has a change in, like, how people look at, like, people who are in the U.S. Senate, people who are like celebrities. So I think that would have not hindered
Now,
right now.
I will say this. Michelle went through a lot of scrutiny as the first lady.
Yep.
If they did marry black men, do you feel like it would have been? Do you feel like I don't know what these white men are going through as husbands? They seem to be okay. I don't see, it's not like you see these niggas on any type of social media. They really low key.
I mean, they really ever broadcast.
I'm very curious though. If they were black men, do you feel like is it a bigger deal? Is it an even bigger deal though if they're married to black men?
Like, what do you mean?
All right,
Like,
now, well, do you think the black men will go through some type of scrutiny in the same sense that like Michelle went through that? Now I know these not, well, she the vice president.
They was
And then she
I mean,
you're saying the scrutiny as a black male?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
I think
What
that would happen. I think that would happen. Did whoever it is, if they're black, if they, I mean, just being black, that would happen. They was
Yeah.
calling Michelle
But I
Obama
would
a
still say this, like,
monkey.
things have changed a lot since, like, you're talking about 08, 2012. It's changed a lot. But like, it's been 10 years, almost 10 years since Obama's been in the White House. So a lot of things have changed. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not the same, but like
it's not really the same. We're not talking about, I can't really compare it to
2008
today.
is a completely different time.
We are living in a
Yeah.
different. That's crazy, bro. It still kind of feel
We're
like
living in a
yesterday.
different era.
Yeah. It feel like yesterday. A lot of stuff feel like
it. Today he was like, yeah, that was 30 years ago. He was thinking 1970.
72.
Yeah,
30 years ago is the 90s now, bro.
Like, time's flying, man. We're in 2022, man. Obama ain't been president since when he stopped being president.
Quiet.
2016, bro.
2016. Okay, I was gonna say
2016, bro. 2016, my friend. You were still in school. That was your graduation year, to be honest.
I wasn't 100% sure.
Oh man. But Donald, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're happy, my brother. I'm glad you're happy. You feel me? Shout out to Jay Ellis once again. Congratulations to that. I know Donald ain't, he ain't finna put no ring on soon, like we talked about earlier.
Look. You'll be consulted. You're the first one I consult with.
What you
Tyler.
guys say, Jay?
Nothing.
You sure?
Yeah. Nah, I ain't got nothing to say.
I mean, it is getting dark out here on the balcony.
Yeah, it's getting dark. Donald been sitting on the balcony, man. Hey, look,
I
y'all.
was gonna tell you a terrible location, my brother, but it's okay.
Yeah, this.
It was fine in the earlier part
The
because I
sun
had good
was
lighting
hitting
coming
you.
in, but then
Hey, look, this was. Hey, Donald, I appreciate you.
just edit this version out, Jalen. Just edit this version
We'll try.
out.
We'll put something
Figure
over
something
there. The
out
sun
there.
went down. You know what? It was a pleasure talking to you, dog.
Yes.
For real. It's a pleasure talking to you. The sun going down, so we gonna go ahead and wrap this bitch up. All right. The way the sun's setting, that's the way the sun's setting on this conversation. We want to say, y'all, make sure you hit the notification button. If you're watching on the YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you listen on the podcast, please leave us a 5-star rating, leave us a 5-star review. And also, if you want to come on the show, hit us a message on our Instagram. All right. If you want to come on the show, if you want to be part of the conversation, just hit us up at _no clearance pod. No, _no clearance. I keep adding the pod in there. At _no clearance. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, just look in the bio. Read the fucking bio. Like everything's there.
It's all there. It's all there.
It's all in the bio.
It's all there. Just take the second.
Once again, man, shout out to Khadijah. Y'all make sure y'all go listen to Dare to Talk podcast. Donald, do you want the people to follow you? If so, where can they follow you at?
D-Stokes 1995 Instagram. Yeah, just hit me up on Instagram. That's the only platform I use nowadays anyway. But yeah, it's been good hanging out with you guys, and I appreciate all the things you guys are doing. The show's going well. I wish y'all continued success.
Hey man, we appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
Dog, we're gonna see you in October. We're gonna turn up.
Yes.
Hey, that's all we do, right?
On me. No, not on me. I'm sorry. No.
I'm about to say
it's open. It's open bar.
Shots on me. Shots on me. I'll go pick them up.
Hey man, this is No Clearance Podcast, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Stay blessed. Stay black.
Peace.
Peace.